So some people can't believe that we work barefoot, we train barefoot, we live barefoot. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of the challenges and maybe the negative stigmas that you might be feeling about going barefoot. So Ninj, what did you experience when you started living a barefoot life?
Yeah, I suppose you feel a lot of outside judgment and criticism, I suppose, or just people kind of saying, oh, you realise that you haven't got any shoes on, be careful, there's glass over there and things like that. And you know, it starts conversation, but it's exactly why you're doing it as well, because you've got this different awareness about where you are in space. Like, you know the temperature of the ground, you're kind of really aware that you don't want to tread on dog shit or glass or sharp surfaces and things like that, but you're really taking in the world in a different manner. So there's lots in that. So yeah, there is lots of belief systems around, in cultures and things like that as well, that you're poor or it's dirty and things like that yeah, people don't want to have in their life. So they kind of will look down on you, and you can actually feel that. So the more that I did it, the more I owned it, and the more that people stopped asking me about it, or pointing out that I didn't have shoes on. So it's like over time that's become very different, because I actually own it, and I kind of know the benefits, and that's why I'm chasing it. That's why I do it, because I know the benefits for me outweigh the challenges, the downsides. So yeah, that's why I do it. So yeah,
awesome. So we're going to talk a little bit about, and we're going to debunk some myths that are there around wearing no shoes. So I guess the first one we're going to talk about that we hear a lot, because we work in a kind of physical therapy clinic, is the use of orthotics. A lot of people that have had lower leg issues, maybe really flat feet, they might have been given orthotics that's actually helped get rid of their pain, and it's become a bit of a crutch for them. And orthotics are great for, there's people that definitely need orthotics, and they have their place in healthcare. But we would suggest that, you don't want to use a crutch for the rest of your life. And the body, it adapts to everything, and it grows and it responds to the stimulus you give it. So when I have a person in front of me that says, I've got really flat feet, it hurts, or I need my orthotics, I would say, let's look at some graded exposure. Let's look at building your foot structure back up. Let's look at getting all those intrinsic muscles and all those little joints to start communicating with each other without orthotics, without shoes, because then the whole foot can work, push into the ground. You get that proprioception and the feedback coming back that's going to stimulate your foot to wake it up. So I'm not trying to say orthotics are bad. They have their place, but I believe no matter where you've come from with injury or pain or how sedentary you are, I don't think there's anyone on the planet that can't build their foot structure back up. And that's our understanding of the world. That's where we stand. That's where we connect with the world. So if we get that baseline structure strong, it's going to improve the way we feel, the way we move, and the way we hold ourselves. So yeah, that's one of the big ones that we face.
Yeah. And then when you're starting out doing some barefoot stuff as well, because you've been so used to wearing feet and being protected, things like that, things are gonna come up. So when you start training, things will come to the surface type of thing, because you haven't been using your foot in that manner, so the forces haven't been going through, you haven't been able to do the shock absorption the natural way, so there's going to be niggles come up, and like we say, you got to manage your loading and intensity and things like that, but that can be a blessing, because you're kind of becoming aware of something that's been blocked or stuck or not working so well. There's an imbalance there, and then you can actually do something about it. So
it's like an upgrade. You can see pain as a negative. Oh, no pain, I'm going to stop. Or you can see it as, no, I needed this. My body needed this upgrade. There was an issue there that was dormant, and it's brought it to the surface, as Ninja said. But we're going to work through it. And going on from what you said, that exposure thing, it might hurt. Your feet might be really clammy and soft, and when you walk on roads or gravel, whatever, it's going to hurt. But it's just graded exposure. Again, you're going to get more of an inbuilt kind of the callousing, which is going to give you your own kind of footwear within your skin. And that's going to help you do more running, on grass, or maybe walking on gravel, or walking on pebbles, or, rock pools at the beach are great. That really sharp, jagged rock pool stuff. I love that when I go to the beach, because it hurts a little bit. It's almost like you're getting a treatment from the earth. And yeah, like you got like 30 joints and 30 bones in the foot, like roughly. So if you're wearing footwear all the time, they can all just get calcified up and they just don't communicate with each other. They don't spread and supinate and pronate, all these things that the foot can do. So when you're walking without shoes, especially on these hard surfaces, everything starts to articulate, communicate, and your body just loves it. But yeah, it's going to come with a little bit of pain, but that's great. You've got to embrace that.
Yeah. One of the things I was going to bring up was like, say if when you're wearing oven mitts, like you got this big thing around your hand, kind of protects you when you're picking up a big pot, but do you wear them round, you know, every day in life, you know, like you can't write with it, you can't scratch yourself, you can't do much stuff. So that's kind of similarity is when you're wearing shoes, like your feet can't spread, they can't feel, they're just not exposed to the sun, the air, all these really amazing things that our body needs to be exposed to. And yeah.
I'm thinking about dexterity as well. Like if you had oven mitts on, you know, your fine motor skills would be hard. And like we're not monkeys, like we don't need to use our feet to climb and things like that anymore. But you know, you still do want your foot to be able to spread and to be able to move your toes independently of each other and all these things that most people who wear shoes their whole lives can't actually do. So yeah, we truly believe and understand that the benefits far outweigh the challenges, and we believe it's easy. It doesn't cost anything. You just take your shoes off and walk around. So we think everyone should have a crack and reap the benefits that we know that it gets.
Yeah. Far outweigh.
Far.
That's it.